This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Introduction. Machiavelli is one of the political philosophers who lived during the Renaissance. He was born in 1469 in Florence, Italy. He is one of the individuals who developed modern political science. He wrote several literary works, such as poems and plays. Besides this, he was also a diplomat and apolitical philosopher. Most of his writings reflected on the contemporary issues in his society. For example, he wrote about the political ideas that he thought were good for his society. The Prince is considered one of the best works he ever produced. The Prince was skillfully written, and it also had innovative thoughts. The Prince is sometimes claimed to be one of the first works of modern philosophy, in which the effective truth is taken to be more important than any abstract ideal. The book also criticized Catholic and scholastic principles used during that time regarding political and ethical issues. The Prince. The book focuses much on getting a new prince through alternative means apart from the hereditary process. Since Machiavelli is a political scientist, he sometimes advocates for the use of force and deceit. The political ideas that Machiavelli developed had a lot of influence on political leaders. Moreover, the Prince influenced Protestant and Catholic leaders. Many people have not been able to give a correct interpretation and analysis of Machiavelli's ideas. Hence, they usually develop a negative perception of him. For example, such individuals contend that Machiavelli supported despotic and corrupt regimes. Nonetheless, a critical analysis of his political principles shows the need for a community to use a patriotic and intelligent individual to rule their country. According to the book, the prince should first serve the interests of his subjects and country, and then he can come up with ways of maintaining his political position. However, following these ideas, the latter is harmful as it does not encourage democracy. Democratic countries normally can develop faster. Machiavelli's ideas of leadership. Many despotic leaders have used the prince as a political guidebook, and they normally justify their actions based on it. Consequently, some philosophers thought that Machiavelli deceived and manipulated his subjects. Some of Machiavelli's political ideas are still useful today. According to Machiavelli, political leaders should try to come up with innovative ideas that can help them shape their country's destiny. Scholars also argue that the initial United States leaders adopted Machiavelli's political thoughts. Politics has changed over the years, and it is not the same as it was in 1513 when Machiavelli wrote his treatise The Prince, but main ground sills of the politics have remained the same. Consequently, we can still apply a number of his political ideas today. Many writers have also embraced most of his arguments, and people still find them relevant for studying modern political processes. Machiavelli's enduring contribution to political thought and practice is the remarkably resilient idea that politics involves the transcendence of ordinary moral principles so that political success can be achieved. Some politicians and leaders who have found Machiavelli's principles useful are Abraham Lincoln, Louis XIV, Cardinal Richelieu, Napoleon Bonaparte, and Benito Mussolini. However, we are not sure how they understood Machiavelli's principles correctly. Machiavelli believed that leaders could gain wisdom by observing and not understanding human nature. He stressed that leaders should observe how their subjects behave. This knowledge can be used when leading the very same subjects by giving the leader the ability to anticipate. He also supported the application of punishment and laws in government. He contends they are both important in maintaining order and peace in society. In his view, a prince should apply laws and punishments to facilitate the maintenance of order. Machiavelli also recognized the importance of morality, which applies to our societies today. A leader who has virtues can act without inhibition and should also be able to act with vitality. Conclusion. From the above discussion, it is evident that Machiavelli had some good political ideas we can adopt in our society. His political thoughts require critical analysis so that various leaders can use them effectively. Nonetheless, some of his ideas that favored dictatorship cannot be practiced easily in the current century. As such, we should select and adopt his good ideas and discard the bad ones. This is because the current society strongly advocates for democratic processes, and there is no room for dictatorship. Machiavelli also focused much on the fact that a leader should try to employ all the strategies that can enable him to acquire and sustain his leadership. Many prominent leaders have also benefited from his political thoughts, and some of them have also referred to his book, The Prince, for political guidance. Did you like this Machiavelli's political ideas sample? To get more works like this one, make sure to check out the database of academic paper examples at ivypanda.com. You will find thousands of samples for all your study needs.